You guys want to see full unedited, it's going to be on locals. Guys, this is our very first catch. Right now we're making sure the microphones are all good and ready. Got a guy named years old coming down from Calcutta, Michigan, down to meet a 15-year-old boy in Traverse City, Michigan. He talked a lot of crazy stuff here. We'll go back through right now.
He wants to cuddle.
He didn't.
He wants to shower.
He
wants a rub down.
He did want to shower and rub down. He did. That is true. Just skimmed through here. I told him that my mom was leaving for the weekend and my brother was up here visiting. And basically that was all it took. He said, I'm 58 years old and I'll take my time and do what you want to do. I told him in Traverse City. He said he's in Calcutta. I said he basically said that he would meet us down right where I lived at, but we have changed locations over to Tom's Food Market here. This is where we're going to attempt to meet him at. Basically, the end of the story was that my mom and brother my brother's up visiting from college, and that my mom and him were all out to breakfast right now. My mom's going to be dropping me off at Tom's to get some snacks, and I'm going to be walking home, where he's going to pick me up here instead. That is the plan. And we'll just start with where it started to get a little weird. And he basically said, do you want to start by taking each other's clothes off? That is how that started. What else did he say here? Once we take each other's clothes off, would I be bottom or top? He said, basically talked a little bit about bottom top. He says he does not have he will not stretch me out, so not to worry about that. I said, I'm just worried about, it's my first time. He says, don't be nervous. It's just, and guys, these chat logs will all be available, all the screenshots of these chat logs. We did find this guy on Grindr, and we transferred him over to Snapchat, where the rest of the conversation continued. We do have screenshots or pictures of the Snapchat's conversations. Those are all going to be uploaded on the locals as well. He says nothing as bad is going to happen to you. You're going to go home with a big smile on your face. So, and then he asked how big my dick to that, and I said, I just said 5. He says, oh, same size as his. So
it's about that, ladies.
Perfect. And then
still big.
He said, get a hold of me later. Enjoy your dinner. So then he says, I'm going to go to bed. Get a hold of me tomorrow when I can pick you up, is what he said. And then I just told him, honestly, I can't wait. And then I got a message at 7 a.m. He woke up ready to go this morning. He says, do you like a full body rub down at 7 a.m.? I said, yes. He says, okay, cool. I will give you one. I hope you don't mind my furry beard. It's just a winter fur, is what he said. I said, no, I don't mind. He asked if I was still nervous. I said, a little bit, yes. Everything's going to be fine. And then I'll jump in the shower. Okay, I'm going to jump in the shower. I said, that's what I'm doing right now before I go to the restaurant. He says, or do you want me to wait and take one with you, is what he said. So shit just got real weird. And then I asked him do you have condoms? Because I was hoping he would bring condoms up for the sting here. And he says, no, I don't use them. And that was almost a deal breaker for him, because I said, I basically was a little worried about that. I said, I was just worried being my first time. He says, no, do you still want me to come out? So it was a real deal breaker for him too. If we were going to want to use condoms, that was a deal breaker. Very, very weird deal breaker. But yeah. And he says he gets checked every year and he's clean. So don't worry, everything's going to be all right. And that's where we're at right now. I said, I'm going to let you know when I leave the restaurant with my mom and my brother, and I'll be 10 minutes from Tom's right here. And he said, okay, that will work. So we're just about to text him right now. We're going to text him right now and let him know that I'm getting dropped off at Tom's, and he should be on his way. It should be about a 20-30 minute drive for him to get here. So we will be back next time this camera comes on. It should be us. I'm hoping to meet him in the store. That is the hope, that I'm going to tell him I'm still shopping when he gets here, and that he will come in the store and meet me. But there's no guarantees of that. There's no guarantees of anything. Again, this is our first time doing this, guys. So right now I'm going to get off here, check the microphones, make sure they're working. And when this comes back on, you should be seeing us approaching Mr. Noah. I'll see you soon. Hey, how you doing, sir? Good. We have a chat real quick. Maybe sit down. My name is Jake, and my younger brother's name is... You want to take a seat with me, have a talk real quick? I don't have to involve the police, but if we have a talk real quick, we can talk about this. So you've been talking on the phone?
I started talking to him on Grindr.
On Grindr? Yeah. You guys went over to Snapchat, it looked like, because last night I seen that he was not talking to just you. He was talking to a few other people as well, and he got on, and it seemed like he was planning to meet not just you, maybe another person tomorrow, it seems. But I seen that he was on his phone a lot last night, and when
no problem. I can't meet him.
No, we're not going to meet him, that's for sure. I just figured we figured we'd maybe talk about it a little bit here. He was, so he did tell you he was 50.
No, he didn't.
He didn't tell you that?
No.
Well, because this is what I did last night. I seen that he was talking a lot with some people, and it was very out of character for him. So what I did was I got on his phone and got his Snapchat, and I logged it in my phone. So I see everything. And I can see here that he said, I'm almost teen. And he did tell you that last night.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he said, he said, hello, this is Taz from Grindr, and we got your name right here. I've looked up that you're on the senders list already, so I know, let's not start off on the wrong foot by lying, because then I'll get a little frustrated. So let's just make sure we...
Whereabouts was it?
Go all the way to the top. It's kind of weird how it starts up and everything looks like it's gone, but... You smoke cigarettes?
Yes, I do. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that.
You didn't pay attention to that?
No, I'm sorry.
Are you sure about that?
Because if I did, I would have never been here.
Well, you are on the senders list currently, right? Correct?
I don't do that no more.
Well, you did show up here to meet him today and to take him back to your house, and you guys did talk about doing so. It was his first time. I read through the chat. It was very obvious that he was a young man.
Yes, I talked to him.
I mean, his name on Snapchat, which really blew my mind, was that he actually used his real name, and his name is Dean. Okay. So let's not act like we don't know his age, because that's just going to start us off on the wrong foot. I want to have an honest conversation and be cool about this, not involve the police, and just have a good conversation, you know?
That's fine.
But let's not lie about it.
I'm not lying. I did not see that. I'm
not lying about that. So you knew his name was Gene. He told you he was in the message here, right? He did.
Obviously, he did. Yes.
And he did. And then you guys talked about how he was. It's the very first time. He's never done this before. I don't want nobody else to hear us talking. This is just a me and you conversation. What do you do for a living?
I make pies.
You make pies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I appreciate that. I don't want you guys. I don't want any trouble for you. I just want I want the honest truth, though, and that's.
I don't want no trouble either.
Okay.
I can't afford trouble.
I can imagine.
I'm doing really good. I haven't been in prison in 30 fucking years.
Okay.
I've been good.
Yeah.
I got my own place. I've been out there for 13 fucking years.
Okay.
I worked my ass off. I can't afford trouble.
Okay, I understand that.
I didn't mean to do all this. I'm sorry.
Okay, but he did tell you, and he told you that his mom, because I'm supposed to be going back down to college.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
And my mom was, I didn't tell my mom about none of this. It was just being between, I made sure he got home. Okay. But I was very worried about what was going to go on today. And it's saying, like, in the conversation we talked, you said, I can bring you home, I can drop you off. You weren't going to hurt him.
No.
No, I don't think, it doesn't seem talking to you that you were the type of guy to hurt him.
I was just going to give him what he wanted.
But it did say, I don't have a big dick, won't stretch you out. So, I mean, it was pretty obvious that this was to be his first time. He's a young, and.
Yeah, I knew that.
And
he said he's had women.
He said his girlfriend just broke up with him a couple weeks ago. So I think that put him on the search and maybe down the wrong path,
Yeah. I'm sorry about all this.
It says, I'm about to, let's see, because he was telling you exactly what we were doing, that we went out to eat this morning, and my mom is at home with him. I told her that I had to go take care of something, and I'm the one who came to meet you instead of him. And I told him that we'll have a conversation about that tonight.
I'm very, very sorry.
But yeah, and it doesn't seem like you were like overly aggressive at all,
No,
It was.
If you didn't want to come, it's fine, no problem.
Yeah, and he says, do you like full body rub downs? That was at 7 a.m. this morning, so you had planned last night to meet him today, no doubt about it.
But if he said no, I would have been fine.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that you wouldn't have, pushed too hard on the kid.
No.
Let me see here. I mean, we don't really need to go anywhere else. I don't want to involve nobody else, but I just want to make sure I get the full conversation out of you. And so what were you arrested for 30 years ago?
Well, this girl wanted to have something. I told her no. And she was of age. She's my age. And she told me if she can't have me, nobody will. And she'd have me fucking arrested for having his son.
Her son?
Yes.
How old was he?
He was at the time
7 years old. And you didn't touch the son? We'll let this guy walk by. This was 30 years ago?
Yes.
Was that the 90s?
It was back in 94.
Where was this at?
Here in Traverse.
Traverse City? Grand Traverse County?
Yeah.
So how did she find out about, what made her assume, or why would she accuse you of touching the son?
Because I wouldn't do nothing with her.
Because you told her you were leaving her?
I never did nothing with her.
You didn't have sex at all?
Never.
You didn't have sex at all?
No.
And
I told her I didn't want to.
Did she not get in trouble for lying like this?
No. She sent somebody else down too.
What'd she do?
She sent another guy down for it too.
No way.
Yeah, I seen it in the paper.
Same guy. Same about her son.
Yeah.
She used her son as a pawn like that, you're saying?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yes.
Where is she today?
She's in Interrogating some fucking ways. But no, I didn't mean to do all this.
And so what happened with that? How did you end up? You went to prison for this?
I said 4 years.
4 years?
Yes.
For a crime you say you didn't commit?
Yes.
And how was that?
Oh, it sucked. It was rough.
I've been to jail too, but I've never been to prison.
It was rough.
It was if you could transfer around the state?
4 to 15.
4 to 15. And you got out after good behavior?
Yeah.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
Yes.
Do you got them on you?
They're in my truck.
Oh, okay, don't worry about it.
One?
I'm a little freezing cold. I figured it'd maybe help me.
At least in my truck, it's still warm.
Oh, it's okay. We'll just finish the conversation here. I'm just thinking, and so you sat for 4 years for that?
Yeah.
And that was a,
Is there any way you can delete people on that?
yeah, I'm sure you can delete them. I'm sure you can delete the person. That's probably no deal. So you came from how far did you come from that? Kalkaska?
Yeah.
Whereabouts that you're out in Kalkaska?
I like it out there. I ride snowmobile.
Yeah, it's gorgeous out there.
Yeah.
You own your own place out there?
Yes. Well, I'm buying it. I'm almost paid off.
Okay.
May will be 2 years and it'll be paid off.
2 years and it's paid off. So you haven't met with anybody?
No.
Anybody else?
No.
Mine. And how many times have you been?
I raised a kid from 10 years old.
Did you?
Out at my place, yeah.
Okay. And what about the girl that they accused you of? That was the only accusation you've been.
Yes.
That's the only accusation you've had.
Yes. She lied on the stand. First trial was a hung jury, so I had to go to record again.
Okay.
So.
It was a hung jury, you said?
Yes.
Because you denied it through till the end.
Oh yeah.
And what was the proof that put you in?
He kept telling it. You know.
The 7-year-old
Yes.
said that it happened. The 7 said that you.
Yeah.
And you say that you didn't do that.
No.
But so what happened? What's going on in your life that today you decided to meet Jack?
Nothing really.
Because you had to have been wondering in the back of your mind if this could be trouble for you.
I was. My ears were ringing on the way here. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't tell him.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because let's just get back to the beginning. You knew he was right. There's no way you seen him on Grindr, not talk to you, and then you add his Snapchat Jack, and then in the first message he tells you he's. So you knew he was. I just want to know that.
Obviously, yeah, I did.
Okay, all right. So
I ain't gonna say no, but it was on there.
Yeah, and you weren't gonna hurt him, but you were just gonna do whatever he was up to doing and being comfortable with that.
Yeah. If he didn't want to do nothing, then fine. We just come out and have fun.
Okay. And
Deal.
And you were planning to drive him out there and then drive him back home today? Because I know that he was worried about the dog, because the dog would have been alone all night had he not shown back up.
But if you said no, I would have never came.
Okay, I understand. I really want to. And so you guys, and how many other people are you talking to? Any other men or?
No, just other men.
Other men?
Yeah.
No other men?
No.
He was the only one?
Yeah.
I know he can be a little bit
persuasive.
He is a persuasive kid. he is a persuasive kid, and I know that.
Man, I'm sorry.
No, I understand. I get it. I just want to make sure that we get full dialogue here,
that's cool.
And I want to know that he.
Can you walk up to the truck and show me how to delete it?
Yeah, we can try and do that.
I'll give you a cigarette too.
Now, I'm not sure if that you can. Let me see on this thing here. Here, can I get quick? I'll look at this.
You mind if I sit in my truck?
No, that's fine. Here, let me go. I just want to make sure. I want to read through on my side before I delete on your side, just in case, because I think if you delete on your side, you delete the whole thing, which is I don't care after this conversation.
Who's this dude?
This is my buddy. And I don't have any type, later real quick, I don't have any type of YouTube channel, I have nothing like that. I'm just recording for my own safety because I was really worried that maybe you might hurt me for being here.
No, I'm not gonna hurt, I don't hurt nobody.
That was my main concern. I said, hey man, just record everything because if I get hurt out here, I want my last moments on I want my parents to see my last moments, so.
But I don't hurt nobody.
So he said, so you said you're Taz, is that your nickname?
Yeah.
Nickname?
Yeah.
Is that a nickname you've had for a long time?
Ever since I was a kid.
Ever since you were a kid?
Yeah.
And then, let's see. So it's been a good. My brother's visiting from college. I'm just sitting here chilling, waiting. What are you looking for? And so, what do you think? I can give it a try. I'm just trying to go through all this and make sure I don't miss nothing. Now, you did tell him you were 50 old, and you said I'll take my time. I'm not going to pressure you into doing anything I don't want to do. And you lived in Kalkaska. He said that he does live here, but I don't know why he said he lived by the skate park, because he actually lives right over here. So I don't know what he was telling. I think he might have just been trying to mislead you in the beginning, a little bit worried about the whole situation. He was acting very out of character last night. He was very nervous, and I could tell the whole night he was nervous about something. You don't understand that if this actually did happen, could fuck him up for the rest of his life.
Yes.
Because, at that age, we don't really know. I know I did a lot of dumb shit at 50 years old. Fucked me up for the rest of my life. And, that can change the outcome of a kid's whole life. You understand that?
Yeah.
Like, that's not just, I get it, being gentle or whatever, but you being your age and agreeing to come down here and then pick him up.
No, if he didn't want to do nothing, that would have been fine.
Correct. But can he really make that decision? Should he be making a decision like that?
I shouldn't be.
And, that's my main thing is, how young is he, and, if what decisions made for him, what would happen to him, Yeah. And if you did that to any other at that age or even younger, what would happen to them for the rest of their life, correct? Yep. So that's my biggest worry. Do you have any type of, like, stuff on your phone that you want to delete?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. You know that, because when you delete stuff off your phone, it's still there forever, unfortunately.
Nothing under it.
You sure?
Yes, I'm not.
Okay.
It's not positive.
So this was just a one-off.
This is just the one stupid thing.
And you reached out to him first.
Yeah, because it was on Grindr. It said he was.
He should never have been on there. But
Yeah, he should have never.
no, there shouldn't be there at all. But unfortunately, they lie and they.
Should have never been on there, and we should never be doing this.
I understand that. As a kid, they do stupid shit.
Yeah.
But it's kind of our responsibility as an adult to make sure that does not happen. Correct?
Yeah.
And it's not just you. I mean, there's a lot of people on here trying to talk to him. A lot. It's not just you. So there's
Probably from being on Grindr.
It's Grindr. Grindr started it all. He actually got banned on Grindr and used another phone and got another phone and got back on there.
Getting a hold of everybody and letting them know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're one by one. I'm talking to all of them.
Okay.
Because I'm more afraid what's going to happen after this to another child. Maybe you seem very laid back. You seem like you don't want much trouble. You seem like you probably wouldn't have hurt him either. But at the same time, there are actual
some other guys
that could really hurt him, or he disappear for the face of the earth.
Good come out of this, is there?
For me, no. Except that we're going to have this conversation, and I need to know that this is never going to happen again.
No, it's never going to happen again.
Because
so I want to get rid of it. Delete it.
And again, there's no other seat or anything on that phone.
Nope.
You're not interested in kids.
Nope.
Why team? Because I know there's other men that are just looking for it right now all the time. What was about him that made that want to happen?
He sounded like he was an adult.
He sounded like he was an adult.
Sounded like
he don't look like an adult.
He kind of, like young kids, 18, 19, he kind of looked like that.
Okay, so you thought maybe he was 18, but he told you he was 15. No denying that factor, but you thought he was more mature than... He'll lead off to anybody, he's more mature. But again, that kind of goes back to the fact that, especially at your age, you should have said, no way, that's... I don't want nothing to do with that, right? That's...
I should have, right. I should have stopped it right I'm sorry.
No, I get it. I understand. I haven't smoked a cigarette in forever. It's giving me a little head high, a little shaky from it. But yeah, so, and the main thing that kind of gets me is that you did talk to him last night. You had time to reflect on this, that you could have pulled out at any time. And then, but you woke up this.
The guys last night too.
Were you? And then, but you woke up this morning at 7 a.m. and rang him again, where he may not have reached back out to you at that point, but he did. You had reached back out to him at 7 a.m. this morning, looking for, it says here that, do you enjoy full body rubs, right? So that was one of my main concerns, that maybe he could have got out of this had he not talked to you today.
Yeah.
I was very worried about leaving and him being down here by himself, just to begin with, of the shit he gets into.
Promise nothing's gonna happen.
You said here that I have a furry beard. It's just my winter fur. You have a nice beard. But he said, no, I don't mind that. You just asked him if he was still nervous. So were you worried about him being still nervous today?
Yeah, I was nervous too.
I can imagine. This is a nerve-wracking thing. I can imagine. You said I'll jump in the shower, and then you asked him, do you want to take a shower with me? So this was a full. You planned to do what you planned to have sounder today with him, 100%.
If he wanted to, but if not, no big deal.
But again, he's too young to make that decision. And then he did ask you if he had condoms, and he seemed pretty worried about the whole condom situation. It almost seemed like he was going to back out of this over that. He says, you said, do you have condoms? And you said, no, I don't use them. And he said, okay. And I've never seen my brother just say, okay. He always says, okay, with a full okay, O-A-Y.
But no, I ain't good. Assume no more. I'm done everything.
And he said, I'm just worried, being my first time, that I should be using a condom. And you said, as long as you said, I get checked every year. Is that true?
Yeah. You
do get checked every year. So you buy then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm expecting a girl to come up from Florida. A buddy of mine introduced us.
Okay.
And she's got a kid. I'm expecting to raise him.
Really?
Yeah.
What is this, a kind of long-term relationship, or?
We met about 6 months ago.
6 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay. And just talking on the phone?
Yeah.
And she's coming up from Florida to live with you?
Yeah.
Well, you got your own place out there, I take it. Okay. You're not in a relationship? Like without her? You don't have a wife or anything? No wife?
No.
Any kids?
No.
No kids?
No.
Single guy, no kid. You made to 58 with no kids.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
I raised one, and it wasn't mine.
That's
Yeah. No, the year-old.
So what was that? When did you raise?
I raised him.
How long were you with how long were you with the woman that had the old?
We were supposed to be best friends.
Best friends.
Yes.
Not a relationship.
And she got drunk one night and told her no.
You told her no. How old was she?
She was.
With the same age as she's an adult.
She's the same age as me.
Same age as you?
Yeah.
Okay. So
maybe a year older, a year younger.
And what you're saying is that you told her no, and out of spite, even after she got sober, she kept the lie.
Yeah.
And when did she say this happened? That night? That you guys got drunk?
Yeah.
She said that you went and...
It was Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day. What year was that?
93.
93. Yeah. I was only 2 years old. 91, as you can see right here on my knuckles. So she said on Thanksgiving night that you molested, and that never happened according to you.
No, never happened.
And she said that you touched her, saying after being sober, then you're saying she talked the 7-year-old into saying that it happened, and they took the stand.
Her kid was scared of her.
You're scared of her.
Yes, she would raise her voice. He'd fucking just start screaming.
And he took the stand in your case.
Yeah.
At 7 years old.
Yeah.
And did he give a detailed description, or how did they get enough proof to put you behind bars for 4 years? 4 to 15.
Yes, they asked what I did to him, and he told them.
Okay.
And that was it. I went on the stand. I told them I didn't do nothing.
Okay. And they didn't believe you?
No, they didn't believe me.
It's hard to go against Seb's word.
Yes.
And a mother.
Yes.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from on that. That's a difficult
at that
situation.
Time I had a girlfriend.
You had a girlfriend?
Yes.
That's why you told her no?
Yes.
Okay.
And she had 2 girls.
And then and then you raised the 7-year-old for how long?
I raised him until he was 17 and moved out.
17?
Yeah.
So you moved, how long did you raise from 10 to 17?
Yep.
Is there saying?
Mm-hmm.
She moved in with you at 10?
Yep.
And you guys raised him to 17. That was a boy as well.
Yep.
And he never claimed anything, nothing like that. And then was that your last relationship pretty much?
Pretty much, yeah.
And you've just been single for ever since?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about this? And so does the lady know that it's coming up here? What you've been accused of?
No, I'm going to tell her before she gets here.
You're going to tell her before she gets here? Because I think
I've been regretting it, but I got to.
Yeah. That's something you got to tell her, especially what happened today. Yeah. Today kind of throws any trust out the window. You understand that?
Yeah, it blows my mind.
Yeah, maybe bad decisions can ruin lives.
Yeah.
Not just your life.
Everybody's.
So let's say you got in trouble for what happened today. Your life might get in trouble and ruined, right? But what if there's no trouble today for you, and you pick him up and you take him to your home, you have some.
I gotta fuck him up.
You take his basically as a male.
But I'm glad it didn't happen.
Oh, I can imagine, because would you really be mindful of that after the fact? Would you wonder down the line if his life was over or ruined because of this?
Yeah, I would have.
If he would turn to drugs or...
I got a real bad guilty conscience.
Because he could have turned to drugs or anything because of this situation, all right? And that's what really worries me the most, I guess, out of any of this. What could have happened to him? And now I got to keep an eye on him because of this.
Yeah.
Because I can't let this happen again. I cannot let this happen to him. And they're very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. I don't know if you remember being... But
it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but that was the age where, your life's going to go a couple different directions.
If you need any backup on this whole deal, get a hold of me. I'll come and help you.
You come help me take these guys down?
Yeah.
I just might do that. I'm, we kind of went over the whole details of everything, and at this point, I'm just trying to really gauge how you'd really,
See, I want to kind of help.
Okay. You want to help get these guys?
Yeah.
Do you know anybody else that deals in children? I can go.
No, I don't. But yeah, if you need any help.
Do you know any guys that are actively pursuing?
No, I don't.
You don't know any.
But like I said, if you need any help with these other guys, let me know.
There's a few of them I'm meeting today and tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know. I'll help you.
I'm not. I'm definitely going to be going and pursuing these guys because this is something that, again, my biggest worry here is that if you consciously know someone is 15 years old and you go down to pick them up and you sexually them, even if they say, hey, I'm good with this, because at 15, there's no way they can say that, and that's there's no way they can agree to something like this and be all right, because if they, of course they're agreeing today. But what if 2 years he dies of all overdose because he turned to drugs?
Being physical with me, you are pretty much in my mind. You're being physical.
Yeah. I don't want to. I have no. You can leave at any time. I'm not putting my hands on you. I just wanted to have an honest conversation about this and get to the bottom of it.
I'm not leaving any time because I'm having this conversation with you. I want to get this taken care of.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I just want to know, is there's anyone else that you're talking to?
No.
That's under.
No, there's not.
You swear.
100%.
So what was it about Jim that got you here today?
He seemed mature. He's persuasive.
He's persuasive?
Yeah. Like I said on the bench.
I know what you said on the bench, and he's a very persuasive kid.
Do you care if I hit this?
Go ahead. I'll do what you got to do. I'm like I said.
What's doing here?
Oh shit! Somebody called. Maybe somebody overheard. Oh. How you doing, sir? Good. My name is and I had a old decoy that was to meet a 50 decoy today to have Civities bring him home back to his house. Okay. And I've got all the chat logs for you and anything else that may need. He has been completely honest with me about everything. He has not been physical in any way, shape, or form. He just made a bad decision, and he ended up here today.
Is that true? That's why you're here, Norman?
Yeah, just a bad decision. I'm sorry.
What were you here to do?
I would come to meet him, but...
Come to meet who?
His brother.
Okay.
But
And how old was he?
He was...
Okay. And what were your intentions? Why were you coming to meet him?
The best thing to do is be truthful.
He wanted to have sex, they're fine. So we were going to do it. If he didn't want to, no problem.
Okay, you have text of that?
Yeah, I can
We've
show
been
you.
talking everything.
I've talked to him about everything. Like I said, he was completely open and honest with me about everything. But as you can see right when you scroll to the top up here, and basically he got on Grindr, and he messaged him on Snapchat right away. He said he was 15, almost, but he is 15 old. And they said, let's see, basically there's a lot to go over
Norman,
here.
these texts are yours. You're confirming that these are your texts. Okay.
Yeah, and he said I'm 50, and I said Traverse City, how far away? He lives in Calcutta. He said that he's basically, I was coming up for college, and my mom was going to drive me back downstate today. Jack home alone this weekend by himself, and he said he can meet him at the Civic Center. He wanted to pick, and then they started. Do you want to start talking?
Yeah. No, I don't need all that right now. I'll get it in a minute. Just hop out of the car real quick. We'll just step by my car. Make a phone call. You got any weapons on you or anything?
No, I don't.
Okay, we'll step over to my car.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is harder than I thought it would be.
CSC.
He does. Okay. Yes, he told us all about. He told us all about it.
Yeah. So don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad per se, but he was a lot calmer than I thought we would be today. You know. Let me get in front of you. So, sounds good, buddy. He came down to meet a decoy of ours, and his name was clearly stated he was years old. What's up? Back a little bit. Yep. So he clearly stated that. They immediately started to engage in. First, it was started on Grindr, ended up over on Snapchat. Said he'd be home alone for the weekend. Years old. Man here, who is a second-degree CSC, he told us all about it, which you'll see in the video. He had come down here to meet with the decoy, and there's a lot of activity involved. On our locals, you'll be able to see all the chat logs, what they got into. It started by, do you want to take your clothes off? And that's your old sergeant right there. Nice. Was very calm today. He told us everything. He was completely honest and open about it all. I think a bad decision, but that's what we're out here for, trying to protect these kids. So, ultimately, even if he was nice, honest about it, he's out here trying to meet up with. He cannot make those decisions for themselves. So, yeah, we've got a whole list of dudes trying to meet in this area. So I expect a lot more of these over the next few days. Hopefully the cops are going to do their job here and take him off for what he's done today, because we have all the proof and all the chat logs to provide to them as soon as they ask for them. And so we'll see what happens here. Grand Traverse Police is usually an awesome police department to work with, so we'll see. The guy behind Traverse City PD, the guy behind the camera right here used to be a cop, and he knows all of them. So how's it going?
Good. You mind if I just grab some info from you?
Yeah.
Your name or?
Yeah, let me get you my ID. I got my ID right here somewhere.
Is this something you routinely have done? First time?
First time. I got a 15-year-old at home, and I just can't stand seeing this happen out here. So I might see a whole lot more over the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't blame you. What was your phone number?
231. Yeah.
Okay. I just made a call to my supervisor, and he's going to make a phone call to our administration to make sure.
And I'm not going to lie, like I said, at the end of the day, coming to can't make a decision like that for themselves, to me, isn't just absolutely outrageous. But he was, he was completely calm with me. He told me everything, told me about his past offenses. But at the end of the day, he came to take him back home.
Yeah, 100%.
So, sorry.
No, you're good. I just want to read through some of those texts if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, of course. Let me pull it back up for you. Snapchat's a little weird, so when you pull it up, it looks like there's nothing. Okay. But we got a lot more trying to meet right now. Okay. But then you just scroll up from here. Okay. So basically, I
don't know if it's easy to screen record and just send me the whole thing.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I got pictures of all of it. I'm going to screenshot all of it, and then I have it in an email, and I can email it right to you.
Have you already done that?
I have it all in an email except for our last 20 messages, because those I did that before, but I can do it right now.
Yeah, if that's easier for you, so that way I don't gotta read through. I'm gonna read through them, but I'm not sure what works for you.
At the very end here, you basically.
I guess I'll take a quick look at.
Yeah, just scroll. I'm gonna scroll up for you, and then just scroll down and read whatever you want.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Yep.
And I'll get your report number and card too.
Sounds good, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, no problem. You're posing as a male?
Yes. Okay. As myself.
Yeah. What pictures did you use on there? Was it just
me, and I just take pictures and use AI to dumb it down. It's kind of crazy what you can do with today's technology.
Yeah, no, AI is.
I imagine. I thought eventually these guys would catch on, but it seems like they don't catch on to anything.
Yeah.
You just take a picture of yourself and ask ChatGPT to make you look.
I've never tried this.
Yeah, well, if you weren't out here doing that, I don't imagine you would. First time doing it was yesterday.
Okay.
Full chat log by the end of the day. It's insane.
No, it is ridiculous.
And of course, I lean in on these guys a bit to make sure we're comfortable. Of course,
Do you have any of the text from Grindr that?
I don't think there is any because all it is on Grindr is I put on my profile, add me on Snap, or ask for my phone number.
Oh,
he messaged me and said, "Hey, this is Taz." I said, "Add me on Snap." That's all I said to him, but I can get that message and give it to you.
Yeah,
I'll get you everything.
Grindr, delete stuff.
Yeah, they banned me on the first day, so I had to make another one,
Gotcha.
and luckily the second one hasn't been banned yet. But back 30 years ago, he was accused of.
I saw that.
Okay, so yeah, that was for me, that was a telltale that this happening again today has never changed anything. I don't believe these guys can be rehabilitated in any way, shape, or form. So. I just want.
Does he ever change pictures or anything? Or
there's one single picture at the very end here, and I wanted to make sure I got a picture of him. It's already saved on my phone. What it's going to show you, I don't know what's so right here it says open.
Oh, okay.
If you go to open this again, what it's going to say to you is
you have a.
I have it.
Okay,
I have it. Yep. You done with this?
Yep. Okay. Good. And let me get you an incident number. I'm going to check with my supervisor real quick.
Okay, no problem. I'll start screenshotting all this so you guys got all that.
Yeah. And then I'll get you my email too.
Okay, sounds good. Do you know? I'm freezing, bro. I can't wait to catch the summer catches, bro. It'll be a lot nicer than this. I don't know how to screenshot. He was really nice. I mean, but it doesn't matter though. Trying to screenshot this, but I don't know how. Do you know how to screenshot on these phones?
Is it what kind of phone? It's not an iPhone, is it?
No, I know iPhone. So what I'm going to do is once we wrap this up here, I'm just going to take a picture off that phone of all the chats.
Okay.
And I'll have everything and just send it in an email.
Okay.
Did you have an email on here?
Yep. Yeah, it's the McPherson.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of all the chat log, the picture of him, everything I have. And do you want the video recording too of him admitting everything?
Sure, that'd be great. Yeah,
okay.
if you guys wouldn't mind just kind of
that'd
be super awesome.
Okay, so I'll send emails right away so you have this right away, the chat logs, and then by tomorrow you'll have the video.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Update for you guys. I'm going to take him to jail, and we'll do a report. And
I'll stick around till you guys are gone if that's right.
Yeah, that's fine. You're welcome to record.
Awesome. Thanks, man. You're awesome, dude. Appreciate you so much. Well, my first catch ended up in arrest, bud. Let me get it. Right now, we should get another one. Right now. So, guys, this is he came down to meet our quite today. Looks like Current Drivers Police is absolutely doing their job. He was so cool. The guy we worked with today was freaking awesome. And yeah, first catch ended up in arrest. We got him to admit to. He did deny that anything happened 30 years ago. Little boy, as you guys will see on the video, he did deny that. He said that he was set up on that, but to get 4 to 15 years in prison, to me, I think he's got to be making something up there. And then today, he did fully admit to knowing that the decoy was years old. He was going to admit it, bring him back to his home, which is about 30-minute drive. Do these with him, and then make sure he got back home to take care of his dog tonight. So as you guys can see, these guys are sick. They can never be rehabilitated. It was 30 years ago that he sat 4 years in prison. 30 years later today, he went and met. Not just that, guys, but he also has a woman coming up from Florida to live with him that has a boy as well. And he said that he still has not told her about these crimes. So you can only imagine that what was going to happen to that boy if this didn't happen today. So,
just real quick, do you need anything else from me or have any questions?
I don't think so. I do this 30 years ago, then do it today. And he just told me that he has a woman that lives in Florida that's moving up here to live with him that has a child. That really worried me as well.
I 100% understand your concern, so I appreciate you.
You've been awesome.
Everything the way you've done it.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Have any questions? My number's on the card.
I got the card. I'm going to get you an email tonight with the chat logs. By tomorrow, you'll have the video.
Cool. Sounds good.
Thanks, man. Have a good day, man. We got it? I just hope this guy did his job. That's the only thing.
Stayed blue the whole time.
We'll find out today.
I'm hoping.
We'll find out today. You get a picture of his nice Silverado over here. That's what he pulled up in, guys. That's what he's going to come down and meet us with. Well, guys, today was the first attempt, and this is the very first one we've ever done, guys. You did see me get a little shaky. It is freaking cold out here. It is freezing. But at the end of the day, guys, this is just the start. So if you guys want to support this journey, please do subscribe. So this is how did you say it? came to pick her up a 4-year-old child today, and now he's going to be going to jail for that, guys. So like I said, if you guys want to support us in this, go to our locals, subscribe to our YouTube, make sure you like, make sure you comment on these videos, share them if you're in the area, and if you guys got anywhere that you think we should be showing up next, make sure you guys let us know, and we will we're going to get these guys wherever we got to go. So make sure you guys support us, like, comment, share, go to the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube, and locals is where you will find everything. Like I said before, we are going to update our locals with the full chat log. You'll be able to see and read everything. There's going to be arrest records and anything that happens from these people, like their court dates, when they're sentenced, everything like that. We're going to update all that on the locals. Okay, so make sure you guys subscribe to the locals. That link will be in the description below. And thank you guys so much for supporting us. We got another guy that we're actively seeking out right now. We're going to see if we can get him to meet up with him next, and we'll see you then. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all, man. Let's go. Woo! That's it, buddy.